Good morning, my friends. Rich Lohman here with your woohooing thought of the day. Happy Saturday to you. Excited to share an experience that I had with you guys. So it might go a little bit longer. Today, we're going to be talking about influence. And it came from the week that we had in our Passport to Growth program, where we started talking about questioning popular or prominent thinking and challenging the status quo. And we had a great lesson. We had a great original discussion, and it led into maybe some bonus discussion time. Absolutely amazing stuff that came out of it. We were challenged to think as a small group, Dave, Melissa, Stacy, Bobby, Jen, and there was one other that was in there, Angela. We were all questioned and challenged to think about, how do you raise the bar on others so that they start to question popular thinking? Because that is where we stop going with the flow, going with the grain, and getting what we've always gotten. And it makes for a better world, because the trajectory of going with the flow, the trajectory that the flow of the world is going right now, is not a good direction. So how do we challenge that? How do we raise the bar on that, was the question. It was absolutely amazing. Good morning, Peter Stippen. Good morning, Matt. Good morning, Angela. Good morning, Melissa. Thank you for being on there today or yesterday, Melissa. Good morning, Corey. Good morning, Linda. Excited. Good morning, Jen. It was a great conversation. Thank you for being on there. And I came up with something, you guys. We talked about holding people more accountable, demonstrating and verbalizing things to them, teach them to ask questions, grow their confidence, which resonated a lot with I am statements, and developing skills and having small victories. Let them fail so that they can learn from the process and get better, and then model it for them. So I was thinking, you guys, it was funny. I was like, I can't turn this off per se. And as I was thinking about today's thought of the day, what I realized is we influence. We influence. And Scott Adams said about influence, you don't have to be a person of influence to be influential. In fact, the most influential people in my life are probably not even aware of the things they've taught me. So what I started thinking about is, man, we need to break apart what influence is, because I think, so often we overcomplicate things, and we just need to simplify it. So I've always, since I started my growth journey, I started on this journey of trying to understand. John Maxwell says to us, leadership is influence, nothing more, nothing less. But how do you define influence? Well, I break it apart, and this is through my education and whatnot, but I break it apart into three parts. You model what you want to see out of other people. You first got to lead by example. Then you motivate them, which we will talk about, motivational characteristics, and then you mentor them. So modeling is all about, if you see the acronym of influence, the I stands for integrity. Have good character, build trust through good solid actions. Then the mentor or motivating them, is in the NFLU of influence, where it's to nurture them, to have faith in them before they start, when they're in the middle of it, and even after they fail, continue to have faith in them. You can't influence somebody you don't believe in. Then the L becomes listen to them, and the U becomes try to really understand their perspective. That's motivational tactics, and it's not always in that order. What I've learned is there is an art and a dance to influencing. Once you get into the mentorship phase, it gets into the E, which is to enlarge or grow them, help them to become better, higher, stronger. After that, we start talking about navigating their future, showing them what is possible about their future. Leaders see faster and farther than others, and a leader influences. And after that, you connect with them. Because here's the thing, just because we did this, just because we wanted to help them, just because we wanted to raise the bar on them and show them a better life, doesn't mean that they stay operating to that after we leave them for a little while. We got to go, get an exercise in, or go do work, or go to a soccer game. And then you come back and you're like, oh, snap, what happened? Well, they fell down, and it's natural. We all fall down. That's the failing process. So to connect with them is to see how they're doing, show them where you think they're doing good, show them where they could, raise the bar and they could do better. And that is the connection phase. And I think too often people, skip out on the connection phase because of their own agenda. And then the last part of influence, the last letter is the E, and it's to empower them, to really give them control, power of their life at a raised bar status of really questioning why everything is the way it is. So that's what I think about influence. That, is to have good integrity, nurture, have faith, listen, understand, enlarge, navigate the future with them, connect with them, and empower them. And I think it's something that we could all learn to do a better dance on, because it is an art form, it is a dance, and the more you practice it, the better you get at it. And that's what this is all about. So I have two scriptures that I would encourage, just us to think about and simmer through inside of this thought of influence. The first one is from 1 Corinthians 15:33. 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 33 is, do not be misled. Bad company corrupts good character. Be careful who you're getting influenced by. That's the moral of the story. And the second one is from Proverbs 27:17. That is, as iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another. So there's a good influence and bad influence. So be careful about the company you keep, because that is going to influence you, as Scott Adams said, whether they're doing something, saying something or not. You're just by example. So if we want to raise the bar on society, start with ourselves, build our I am statements, and up-level our skills and really get some victories under our belt. If we want to raise the bar on society, then let's grow our influence and hold other people accountable and influence them to the right way of life. That's the thought of the day. I hope you guys have an awesome day. Take care.